Hi, everybody, and welcome to the We Are Trinidad podcast. My name is Alexandria. I'm the internet manager here, and today I'm sitting here with Eric Shepard. Eric, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Main Street Live.
I am the executive director there. I've been there since, 2 years this month. And I set the programming, pay the bills, mop the floors, do advertising, graphic design, direct and act in shows, and sometimes write them.
So you wear a lot of hats.
It's a nonprofit, and people who've worked in the nonprofit world or at a small business.
Yeah,
that's the life.
Yeah, I love that. Well, last year I was able to attend the performance that we at Vilong Toyota sponsor, and that was such an incredible performance. This year it's going to be The Wizard of Oz.
That's right.
Is that correct?
Yes.
How
yes.
excited are we about that?
Very, very, very. I love the story.
Yeah.
And I mean, just the story itself is like it's baked into the American DNA. We
Right.
love The Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
It shows up in all sorts of movies, like the Muppet movie.
Yeah, it does.
Or the Goonies,
Yeah.
or Stand By Me. Friends get together and go on an adventure, right?
Yes.
And there's a little magic involved, and then at the end, Toy Story.
Yes.
Another one of those movies. There's no place like home,
Yeah.
and so. People love that story. In particular, we like The Wizard of Oz, and it is really fun to see kids experience that story for the first time.
Yes.
They don't know it the way us old guys know it,
Yeah.
and they go, okay, so what's the story with the monkeys?
Yeah.
Or why are there poppies? And so you have to
Yeah.
explain, and then they act like flowers or flying monkeys, which they love.
Yes.
And then there's a school teacher who is playing the Wicked Witch, who, man, if I was one of her kindergartners, I would be like, okay, she's scary.
Yeah.
I'm going to behave for her.
Sure.
And that's one of the other fun things about doing a show is that you have people who explore their sides of their personality they don't get show.
Yes.
Or they
Yes.
grow a little bit as a person. They realize they have dimensions to them that they didn't know they had, or that they didn't bring to the workplace or the family.
Yeah.
There's a young woman who's playing Dorothy, and she's this beautiful young lady who's 27 years old.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
She's,
Okay.
Yeah, and Dorothy's supposedly a teenager, but
Yeah.
she has got a very youthful appearance,
Yes.
and she's like, gosh, I
Yes.
have to play the kid again. It's like,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes, and
Yeah.
15, 20 years from now, you're gonna be so grateful they thought you looked so young that you could play a teenager.
Yeah. I love
And
that.
she's really, really talented.
Yes, I'm excited.
And she's a music teacher. And I guess that's the other part
Nice.
about it. We're doing The Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
But what we're actually doing is we're bringing together a group of people who might not ordinarily get to hang out together
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
with a shared purpose.
Yes.
And in service of this story, which makes us feel good.
Yeah.
There's lots to love about it.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your experience in the theater world, kind of what brought you into Trinidad and Main Street Live, and how you contribute to those people coming together that may not, like you said, have had a chance and an opportunity to work together.
So what keeps me coming back to doing theater is that it's a way to continually challenge myself.
Yes.
As an actor, I've either practiced or gotten better at horseback riding, fencing, hand-to-hand combat,
Sure.
languages, accents. And as a result of being a director, I've had to research all these things.
Yes.
And as being a director, I also have to keep track of latest trends, right?
Right.
Whether they be in society, whether they be in media, whether they be in workplace behavior,
Yeah.
So it keeps me vital,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
connected. And I think that's what's so attractive about it. It certainly isn't the money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Being a community theater director is not the path to rags. It's the path to rags, not to riches.
Yeah.
But I came here because it's a beautiful part of the world.
Yes.
And there aren't that many theater jobs. And when I said
Correct.
theater in Colorado,
Yeah.
where do I sign up?
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to be in this work because of all of those things. But you also get to contribute to other people's lives,
Yes.
right?
100%.
The well-being of the town, the arts economy, the growth that you see in people who are adults, or growth that you see in 5 and 6 year olds.
Yeah.
So one feels like in doing theater, one is a part of something much bigger.
Exactly.
So, and I think all of us want that. We want
Yes.
to belong to
Yeah.
something that feels meaningful.
Yes. Exactly.
And theater is nothing else if not meaningful.
Yeah. I did theater for just a short stint in my life. You and I talked about that. I was under another director, and I think it just has a lot of really meaningful, purposeful lessons that you can take just into your adult world, just
Yes.
into, whatever career you decide to take. Like, I think of a lot of the lessons that I was taught and how it relates to the car business and being flexible. And sometimes people forget their lines, and you kind of have to figure things out as they happen, and you really have to be fast on your feet and quick thinking. And I credit my time in theater to a lot of my ability to do those kind of things. So I think it's really fun. I think it's one of those things where if you get to experience it and you get to experience those different dynamics of people and working with them, it can really be beneficial. Talk to me a little bit about theater in Trinidad, because when I was growing up, it was just, kind of a small thing. We did theater, but now you guys have Main Street Live. And yes, you have the Wizard of Oz, but you have other things going on throughout the year. And it's really exciting for a town like Trinidad. It's really exciting for us at Toyota to partner with you guys. So talk about the theater in Trinidad and kind of what impact you feel that that's made to our town.
I think, well, one of the first things that occurs to me as you were talking is that we were talking off camera about how this is a healthy place to work. You have people who are familiar with and invested in, the mind-body connection and taking care of oneself and growing as a person. And that's not just here in the workplace. It's obviously here at Main Street Live, and we try to communicate that to the outside world, right? We try to be a positive influence.
Yes.
I think I am most proud of the partnerships we've been able to build.
Yes. Yeah.
I love the shows that we do.
Yes, me too.
But this spring we got to work with Branson Schools on our production of Anne of Green Gables.
Yeah.
And watching those kids grow, providing a service to them because they have a very part-time drama department, and then doing the workshops we did in the spring with the Honey schools, because our director for Wizard of Oz is a teacher at the Honey School District. She's the drama teacher there.
Oh, that's cool.
We also got to, as a result of doing Anne of Green Gables, connect with public school kids in Trinidad and in Aguilar, and Primero, and so as a result of doing youth theater, we get to affect people's lives at really important stages of their life, and help fill in the gaps, because arts is not the most funded thing in the world.
Exactly.
And so when school districts or schools have to cut back, arts is one of the things they frequently cut back on, and theater is one of the things that's likely to be cut. And so we stepped into that gap.
Yeah.
So partnering with a school district, we're also partnering with a Trinidad State College. We're in fact producing The Wizard of Oz at the Masari Theater.
Yeah.
And they have this great facility. They have a technical theater program. And Desi and the new president, President Ike, and Linda in the president's office have all been fantastic in supporting us.
Good.
So it's another partnership that's grown as a result of the work that we've been doing the last couple of years. So the other thing that I'm happy about is that we've steadily improved our facility bit by bit. New bar, new concessions, new flooring, new paint, and new programs. And so we're trying to keep it vital in a time when there's some economic challenges, right?
Right. Yes.
And so we don't want to let our infrastructure lag behind, so that when the economy does turn around, there are good facilities and good programs for people to come back to. And if somebody came to town, like me, a couple of years ago, and look around, and I saw all the sculptures up and down Main Street, in Commercial Street. I saw the murals, and I saw the beautiful architecture. I saw the theater itself. A town this size frequently does not have its own theater. And then I saw the facilities on campus, and I went, oh man, this is a happening place.
It is. Yeah.
So we want that same thing to happen for people who come to Trinidad. Who are like, should I move here, or can I work by remote here, or they came here to climb Fisher's Peak, or West Spanish Peak, and they went, Trinidad's cool.
Yeah, it
Maybe I
is.
should come back, or
It
maybe I could
is.
work by remote from here.
Uh-huh.
They've got a theater. you know,
Yeah.
So we're trying to make Trinidad better in that way.
Yeah.
A more
Yeah.
interesting place to live.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities here in Trinidad that I think not a lot of people realize until you come here and you stay here for a little bit and you're like, wait, they have a theater program. Wait, they have people that ride bikes every Wednesday. Wait, they have a
Yes.
dealership there where I know people by name. Like, there's a lot of things in Trinidad that really make it feel like a community.
Yes.
And I think that your theater and your performances, it really gives somebody something to look forward to. It, number one, builds a sense of community, but it's also exciting. Like,
Yes.
it's really cool. I don't know
Good.
about you guys, but I've been looking forward to The Wizard of Oz ever since you announced it, and I was like,
Oh,
oh,
nice.
July 31st
Yes,
is
that's right.
opening night?
That's
yeah.
right.
And how many weekends are you running it for?
2 weekends here in Trinidad, and then
Okay.
that's another partnership is that we regularly produce at the Schuler Theater in Raton. So
Oh,
we'll do
that's cool.
2 weekends here in Trinidad, and then another weekend down in Raton.
Nice.
Yes.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah, we
well,
keep-
we'll
we keep
be
trying to
there.
grow.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me a little bit about how you see Main Street Live growing in the future. You know, ideally, where do you see it going to in 5 years, 10 years? I don't know if you'll still be around. I hope that you will be, but where do you think it would turn into at that point?
Well, a couple of answers to that. One
Mm-hmm.
is that we are gradually growing our youth programs so they're year-round.
Good.
And so I would love to see that become a regular part of what we do.
Yes.
And so when people say Main Street Live, it's possible that all they know it as is a youth theater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like,
that's
oh yeah,
cool.
they also do adult shows? What do you
Yeah,
know? I didn't know
yeah,
that. Because, my little girl did classes there, and she did
Sure.
workshops, and she did shows. I also hope that in the course of time that our arts economy grows.
Mm-hmm.
We have space to create, and I mentioned the sculpture up and down the street.
Yeah.
We're doing our best to grow that stuff
Yes.
here as a community. That
Yeah.
it becomes a piece of the mosaic or the vibe of
Yeah.
Trinidad, in that people go, yeah, it is an arts town.
Yes. Yeah.
They talk about Taos or,
Yes.
even bigger places like Dallas or Chicago or, oh yeah, they've got a museum district or whatever.
Yes.
But if people in our area of the world said, oh yeah, Trinidad's got to happen an art scene, and being a part of that to help that grow, to be a piece of the essential machinery that makes that run would be really good for us.
Yeah.
I think the partnerships as well.
Yeah.
We're working on a grant for 2027, which is a way to let rural kids tell their own stories.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yes, and one of the first steps in that journey is next week I'll be at the county fair, and I'm going to meet a lot of young people with really great stories to tell.
That's so cool.
And so part of this program would be to privilege the storylines of young people who are growing up in this landscape
Yes.
and hear what it is they think and feel and hope and wish for out of their lives in this place.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so cool. It sounds like you have a lot of plans.
I do.
A lot of plans for everything.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You never want to get in a place and go, well,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
bored, or
Yeah.
I've done it all.
Yeah, exactly. There's always room to grow. There's always
Yes.
something to do, and that's, again, I'm a theater kid, so I'm really excited to hear all of that. That being said, I'm a theater kid at heart, but my commitment is here. My commitment is Toyota.
Right.
And I've had a wonderful time being at Toyota. If I had the time to join Main Street Live and actually do a few performances, I would. But I'm sure we have people out there that are interested and may not know how to get in touch and how to start that process. What does that look like for anyone that's interested?
Well, you mentioned performing, and that's generally how people think of the theater. But if
Yes.
you've got a skill,
Yes.
we can put it to work, right?
Perfect.
One of our favorite volunteers is an accountant. And she
Really?
helps us with our books, right?
That's really
She's
cool.
CPA. She
Yeah.
does work for us on a volunteer basis.
Yeah.
We have a guy who kind of moonlights a little bit as an electrician, right?
Yeah.
He is a certified electrician, does
Yeah,
that work in the
that's
world,
cool.
but he comes and helps us at the theater from time to time. We
Yeah.
have people who like to paint, people who like to do carpentry.
Yes.
There's a spouse of one of our actors there, and she's terrific with a saw and a nail gun and a protractor and a pencil. She's fantastic.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
So if you've got a skill,
Yeah.
we can put it to work. If it's just being nice to people when they walk in the door, like a
Yeah.
like a Walmart greeter.
Yeah.
People want to feel welcomed, right?
Yes.
When you walk in the door, you do that here.
Yeah,
When I walk in the door,
absolutely.
every time someone says hello, good to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah, we pride ourselves on
And
that.
so,
Thank you.
yeah, so people want to feel noticed. They want to feel
Yes.
seen, and
Yes.
that's a volunteer position that doesn't require very much skill at all.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a performer, but obviously, if you want to perform, we're interested.
Yes.
And when you're not signing deals for trail hunters, maybe maybe you could come down and be a part of a production down there.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yes.
It's not fattening.
Yes.
And it's a great way to get connected
Yes.
with other people.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
people remember, by the way.
Yes.
My experience of doing theater is I can't tell you what theater show I was doing in 2016,
Uh-huh.
but I can tell you that in 2016 or 2018 or 2023, I met this group of people and I had this really cool experience, and I remember the people.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
There's my friend Tim, who
Yes.
I met at the theater.
Yes.
What show was that we did? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
You and I are friends.
Exactly.
Right. And so I think that coming to the theater is less scary than you might think.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's just a way to make connections.
Yeah.
Or it's a way for you to meet a spouse.
Yes.
A future spouse, because that has happened.
Yes. That's
The
beautiful.
person I was talking about, who is
Yeah.
our Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, met her husband at our theater.
Really?
Yes,
That's
they were doing The Sound of
incredible.
Music about 4 years ago,
Yeah.
and they just sort of noticed each other, took a liking to each other, and
Yeah.
then after the show was over, one of the other of them, and depends on who's telling the story, said, "Hey, we should go get lunch or whatever,"
Yeah.
and now they're happily married.
That's adorable. I love that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Well,
it's
I
pretty
actually
cool.
have an interesting story about just the memories that it creates, and it
Uh-huh.
involves you. And I'm not sure if you remember this. I know. So last year, what was the performance that you guys did last year that Toyota sponsored?
Annie.
It was Annie.
Yes.
So it was opening night, and I was going, and I actually took one of our technicians from the back because he likes theater too.
Oh, good.
And so he and I showed up. We were a little bit late because, again, we're here. So we're scrambling, trying to get here. And we got there after all the concessions had been put away. But I was wearing my Toyota shirt, and I think I had a little bow in my hair, and he was dressed really well. And you looked at us, and you said, "Wait a minute, are you guys from Toyota?" And we're like, "Yeah, sorry, we're a little late. We're going to find our seats." And you're like, "Well, no, we should still have some concessions out." And everyone had put everything away. And you're like, "Well, we have this, this, and this." And me and him looked at each other. We're like, "Well, if you got like some cheese or something, we'll take that." And you were like, "Somebody get these people some cheese." And it was just so funny, and we still laugh about it.
Oh, good.
And I've remembered you since then. I didn't, know your name at the time, but I've remembered you in that time, and I've remembered you since then. And it's just one of those things where, people like to feel special, people like to feel important, and you really did that for both of us
Oh,
at
good,
the
I'm
time.
glad.
So thank you for that.
Oh, good.
It was a joke that we laughed about later because sometimes at the dealership all we eat is cheese sticks because we're running around like crazy,
Yes.
and we're like, "This man knows us so well, wow." So yeah, theater really gives people a sense of community. It is a good way to make people feel important and feel special. And to your point that we were talking about earlier, it's a way to connect with people that you might not have connected with before.
That's right.
Now you have two people getting married, which I think is
It's pretty amazing, yeah.
which I
Yeah.
think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Apparently we bonded over cheese. I
Yes.
did not know it at the time.
That's okay. That's okay. I wanted
It was cheese in a theater setting.
Yes, I wanted the right moment to tell you that story.
Well, thanks for saying that.
Of course, of course. I think this summer is going to be really big for you guys. I think The Wizard of Oz is going to be a really beautiful performance. I'm hoping to see the seats filled every single weekend.
Thank you,
I'll
yeah.
probably go every single weekend.
Oh, that'd be
just,
awesome.
Just
It'd be
because
great to see there.
I love the story. And being there for opening night is going to be something really special. We as Toyota, we try to attend every single event, but opening night is one of those things that's just coming from watching it and coming from performing in it. It's one of those things that's really, really special.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited.
We're grateful to have your sponsorship.
Yeah, I'm
Phil
very
Long has
excited.
literally made this show possible.
Yeah, thank you.
Wizard of Oz is a complicated show, and people carry a set of expectations.
Yes.
The Tin
Yes.
Woodman's got to look like he's really made of tin.
Yes. Yeah.
And the Scarecrow, we got to
Yeah.
have some straw hanging out.
Yeah.
And so people come in expecting not just the storyline, but that it should look and feel in some way like the movie, right?
Sure, sure.
Even though it's a stage production, and we're able to do that as well as we are because of sponsorship. So, man, we're appreciative.
Thank you. Well, we're excited to be a part of it. Do you have any questions for me right now?
Yeah.
Sure.
So, how many of the people who work at Toyota should, in your opinion, be on stage?
Oh my goodness. Well, all of us, essentially. I feel
Well,
like,
I mean, if you're doing customer service, there's a little acting involved there, right? And
yeah.
you're paying attention to the other person, right?
Yeah. Well, I was talking to you a little bit off camera about, just being dynamic and being flexible and being able to kind of really sit in every situation and getting an idea of what that next step is. What's my next move? Where do I go from here? Okay, we heard this objection. How do we overcome that?
Yes.
I credit a lot of that to theater, but I mean, everyone here is phenomenal at what they do. So if we just pull them out one day and we're like, all right, Zach, you're on stage, he'd be like, okay, and then he would do very well at it. We could say the same thing about Gabe. We can say the same thing about RJ. We can say the same thing about Emmy. So if you're going to ask me who should be in theater, I'm going to tell you everybody, because everybody is so dynamic and everyone has such a, they have their own talents. Like, I don't know if you've seen me and Gabe on camera, but
No, not yet. I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, so we kind of have our own thing, but everyone here would do very well if we
Well,
just yanked them and put them on your
From a
stage.
wardrobe point of view, you're perfectly dressed for the Toyota play. For
Yes,
sure.
yeah, I didn't intend this. I actually didn't intend on doing this today, but these shirts fit well, and I got one in red, so I was like, you know what, I'll just wear this today.
Well, you're in costume.
Yes, but thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, everyone here would fit in.
We would love to
Very
have
well.
you guys at the theater, on stage, backstage,
Yeah.
interacting with the audience, because clearly that's the thing you guys do well.
Yes, yeah,
Is
exactly.
interact with the public.
Yes, we'll be there. We'll be there opening night. I'll get there at earlier this time so I can actually, get my cheese before it's put away in the back, and you don't
Right.
have to have someone else get it for me. But that is something that we look forward to. We look forward to the performance. We look forward to being out in the community because it's fun. I enjoy going out and representing Toyota, whether it's at a chamber event or going to the bank and just wearing a Toyota shirt. I take a lot of pride in that, and I know Darby takes a lot of pride in that, and so do Lisa and Paula. And that's something that we have a lot of fun with. So it'll be fun being at your event and just being able to be with the community.
I think that sort of brings me to something else that I was thinking about.
Sure.
Is Lisa's really involved in the community.
Yes. Yes.
I came by to see her a couple of months ago, and she was on her way
Yeah.
to the Chenoweth Awards, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
she was majorly into that. And
Yes.
then the offices for the Trinidad Community Foundation are here. And
Yes.
that's just sort of scratching the surface. She, of course, teaches classes.
Yeah.
Are there other people here at Toyota who are involved in the community like you've been talking about?
Well, Lisa's our main one. She's kind of just a little bit everywhere
Yes.
in Trinidad. You'll kind of be somewhere and oh, Lisa Camarillo has something to do with this. But Paul is also very involved in the community as well, and so is Darby. I separated from Trinidad for about 10 years or so, and I'm recently back. But
They pulled you back in.
They pulled me back in. It's been phenomenal being back. I actually am very happy. But Darby attends a lot of events as well. That's actually where Darby and I met, was a chamber event. I represented another dealership in town, and Darby represented Toyota, and we met. And then I was afforded the opportunity to come here because I was at that event, and I met Darby
Oh, wow.
there.
You networked.
Yes, exactly. So Darby also helps teach the yoga classes on Saturday. Lisa
Yes.
will teach them during the summer. Darby will teach them, and then Paula attends a lot of those. And then Paula she does a lot of her own things around town. She's very present in the community. So is her and her husband Tom. But all of us, we all kind of do our own little things in the community. I go to a lot of the events. Some of our salesmen, they know everybody because they've lived here for so long,
Right.
and so they can't go to Safeway or they can't go to the gym without seeing somebody that they know. So we like to be a familiar face, and we like our customers to be a familiar face as well. Like, we want everyone to be able to come to Philong Toyota, not just to buy a car, but to just say, hey, I need to go get a haircut. Who do you guys recommend? Hey, I need to get my nails done. Who do you guys recommend? And I joke about that, but we have people that do that.
Is that right?
We have people that come in that just like to hang out with us, and we actually interviewed one of them on the podcast in one of the first few episodes that we did. But he's a friend of ours, and we take a lot of pride in that. We take a lot of pride in the professional aspects that we participate in the community, and just hanging out with people and just getting to know people.
I was here a couple of months ago, and I had a long conversation with Lisa about about buying a house.
Yeah.
And she had stories to tell me about the
Yes.
house that she bought. So where
Yeah.
do you get your hair done?
So I get my hair done I've only gotten it done one time because I'm very much like cut it once a year and that's it. But I get my hair done by Chelsea at Chelsea Joy Salon. In
Oh,
the Bell
nice.
Block.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right
She
on.
came recommended by Emmy because Emmy part-time manages the Bell Block too. So we're all connected. All of us
The
at
joys
Toyota.
of living in a small town.
Yes, I love it.
Can I ask you one more question?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you said that you moved away from Trinidad and then
Yeah.
you moved back.
Yes.
What has changed? What changed in the interim, and
Sure.
what does that look like now today?
Yeah, so I left in 2010, roughly, and that's kind of when Main Street was just, you had all these shops that were shutting down and just, I don't want to say it was dying, but it was definitely a different vibe. I came back and we had the Carticade for a
Yes.
while. We had that. The theater performance changed from what it was before to Main Street Live, which became a little bit bigger and better. And there was these art galleries, there was these little mom and pop shops, and I was like, what's going on? Like, this town is being revived. And it was a really beautiful thing to see. And now we have the First Friday Art Walk.
Yes.
The first Friday of every month.
Try never to miss them.
Yeah, that never used to be a thing. So there's a lot more, what I'm seeing, there's a bigger art space, there's a lot more community, there's a lot more involvement in the art areas of Trinidad. And it's really cool to see. It's really, really cool.
Space to Create, I guess, was
Yes.
generated while you were gone, right?
Yes, yeah.
Was it fully alive when you came back, or was it still in construction?
Well, I think it was fully alive because I've only been back for a little over a year.
Oh,
A
okay.
year and
All
some
right.
change. Now, I've been coming back to Trinidad because my parents have lived here the entire time and I haven't been too far, so I've been coming back, so I've been seeing bits and pieces of it, but actually, like, being back here to live has really shown me, like, oh, they're doing this. They're doing it in Trinidad, like Main Street Live. They're doing this. The art space, they're doing this. It's a really incredible thing to see, and it really makes me happy to see everything revitalized and a bigger community. It's bringing a lot of people here. It's bringing a lot of tourism and attractions, which I really enjoy seeing. So
Earlier this year, we had the Creative Industry
Yes,
Summit in
yeah.
June, and then there's another OEDIT conference that's in August next month. And during that first one, we got a couple of pieces of artwork that are
Yeah.
now at Space to Create the Owl.
Oh, that's so
and,
cool.
And that I understand the city is going to step up to make that
Yes.
a permanent art installation.
Yeah.
And it's an example
Yes.
of both people coming in from outside and people here going, I want to invest.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It's been a beautiful thing to see. Trinidad has changed so much, yet it's stayed the same in all of the best ways since I've been back. I mean, I'm still seeing all of the familiar faces that I grew up with, but I'm meeting new faces like you and interesting dynamics where you telling someone to get me cheese, which I will always appreciate. But
That's how I want to be remembered.
Yes, I love that. But it's been beautiful. It's been a beautiful transition back. And again, I'm a theater kid at heart. And
Oh, I'm so glad.
having a
There aren't
performance.
many of us, but we make impact.
Yes, we do. Having a performance to look forward to is going to be something really special. So I'm very excited.
Thank you. Yeah, glad to be a part of it.
Thank you. Do you have any questions for me anymore?
No, I think
Okay.
I've taken over enough of your interview.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this is We Are Trinidad, and we hope to see you July 31st. Is that a Friday or
That's
Saturday?
right, that's a Friday night.
That's
July
a Friday night.
31st, August 1st, 2nd, and then 7th, 8th, and 9th, and then
Yeah.
14th and 15th in Raton.
Yeah, come join us for Wizard of Oz. It's going to be a phenomenal performance, and I'm very excited. You'll see me, you'll see Eric, you'll see a few of our Toyota staff. It was great to see you guys. Until next time.
Thanks.